Get to extras problem number 3. The problem says there's a square concrete block with sides 2 meters with the initial temperature being 24.5. Let's say this concrete is again out in the sun and during the day it warms up. So the final temperature is 50 Celsius. What are the new side dimensions of the concrete? Okay, so you have 2 meters. Okay, what's the equation for this? Well, the change in area is equal to 2 alpha A initial delta T, right? So the change in length is equal to alpha length initial delta T, and the change in area is twice the alpha A initial delta T, right? So what's alpha? Well, we're going to use the alpha of concrete from the previous example. The alpha of concrete was 12 times 10 to the minus 6, right? Okay, so we put that in here. What's the initial area? Well, the initial area 2 times 2, so it's 4. What's the change in temperature? Right? The change in temperature, 50 minus 24.5. Okay, so multiply all of these out. 2 times 12 times 4 times 50 minus 24.5. Okay, times 10 to the power negative 6. So the change in area is going to equal 0.002448 meters square. Okay, that's how much the area is going to increase by. What's going to mean by final area? A final. Well, it's equal to my initial area, which was 4, right? 4 meters square, plus that. So it'll be 4.002448. Okay, that's going to be my final area. Then, what's going to be my new sides? Well, we know that the square is equal to the side times side, right? Side squared. So if I want to find the new sides, I take the square root of this. The square root of 4.002448. My new side is 2.00061 meters. Okay, well, is that noticeable? 2.00061 meters. Well, what is that equal to? Well, that is equal to basically how much? 2 meters plus, how much is this? Well, if you go 1, 2, 3, that's 0.61 millimeters. Okay, so what happened here? Well, the block here expanded on each side, this way, here. Okay, so the new side is equal to what? Well, the original side was 2 meters. The new side is equal to 2.00061 meters, right? So over here, it expanded by how much? Well, the whole expansion amount, if you put this with this, that's equal to 0.61 millimeter, right? So that means half of that, let's just approximate it for a second. Let's just say 0.6 millimeter, right? A millimeter is about this much. You can't really notice it, okay? It's about this much, a little distance between your fingers. So it expanded by 0.6 millimeter. Half of that was here, 0.3 millimeter. Half of that is here, 0.3 millimeter. So 0.3 millimeter this way, 0.3 millimeter this way, 0.3 millimeter this way, okay? 0.3 millimeter that way. Is that noticeable? It's not very, very noticeable, just tiny little fraction of a space, but it's still enough to where if you had a bunch of concretes lying on the ground, right, and they all expanded by 0.3, 0.3, 0.3, 0.3, you know, they would start cracking each other, buckling. So what do you need to do? When you're placing blocks and concrete and tiles on your surface, what you need to do? You also need to create spacing between them. What do you fill that spacing with? It's called grout, right? Okay, so this is a very important topic, especially when it comes to building your house and putting tiles on the floor and stuff like that. Okay, thank you very much.